Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So we'll continue our discussion on the rare Hindu signs. Like the way we have already discussed the symbol of fish in detail. So this discussion is in continuation to the fish sign only. We are going to discuss some other signs which have got their mention in the Hindu books of palmistry. Like the way at the time when we were discussing the fish symbol, I have already cleared you people that there are certain signs like symbol of triangle, symbol of star, symbol of circle and symbol of grill. All those signs have got their mention and they get acknowledged and recognized across the world, whether it's the Hindu palmistry you're following, whether it's the Chinese palmistry you're following, whether it's the European or Western palmistry, uni palmistry you're following, they will have the same meaning across the world with what has been acknowledged by different palmists in their practice. But when it comes to certain signs, like symbol of fish, which we have discussed in the past video, so those signs have got their mention only in the Hindu books of palmistry, but they tend to remain very powerful. This is what something which has been not only written in our scripture but also has been proven in practically looking at people's hand and the palmist, Indian palmist in their research. So and when it comes to the list of the signs, palmistry signs, special signs and symbols as mentioned in the Hindu books of palmistry, they are as long as 10,000 signs, and out of those 10,000, 90 signs are only devoted to the planets. And even if we'll go more deep and come to the crux, so there are 37 signs which gets distinguishedly marked on the palm, and if they get spotted, they means a lot, in the form of those personality traits, those kind of happening of the events. And like the way I always say, the signs carry a lot of meaning because just their appearance on the palm bring along some signification. Let me just give you a very small example. 4-5 years back, I went to Haridwar. So there was just outside one very prominent shrine, outside some very prominent temple, there was one palmist sitting over there. So I just showed my hand to him. He did not look at all the major lines and all those things. All what he did was he just kind of he was trying hard to distinguish and spot some very minor small lines. So there was, like, for example, there was just small line like this, small line like this, and small kind of pattern like this. He just circled them and he just predicted three things, and that exactly happened to be true in my life. So this is what the main crux of palmistry, the appearance, mere presence and appearance of these signs, special signs and symbols, symbol of triangle, cross, square, grill, they they hold a lot of significance, specifically in terms of the prediction, future prediction, knowing the upcoming imminent events. And in any case, these major lines, they will just going to tell you about the life path, but for the prediction purposes and for knowing the future, you need to give special attention to the special signs and symbols. So we'll just continue our discussion. We have already discussed the fish sign in detail. The presence of fish sign is just going to tell that Jupiter is benefic in that particular person's life. And I have seen in my research that generally with a fish sign, you will also find planet Jupiter to be strongly disposed in someone's astrological chart as well. Now coming to this this part where we are going to discuss these certain signs. The first sign is symbol of flag. So when I say flag, you will find it something like this. This is a flag which I am talking about. So the symbol of flag just represents that the person would have the capacity to attain universal fame. These people would remain to be very disciplined. A strength of character you will find in their personality. What has been also seen in the research is that generally these people who have a symbol of flag, they also get at some time property transferred to their name. They also remain to be wealthy. Flag in itself represents universal fame. In India, what the practice which gets followed is that all those people who go through the affliction of planet Mars, if afflicted, either would make you timid or would just make you too brave, too rebellious, that you will get into litigations, accidents, blood, wounds, all those kind of troubles. So generally what has been done is that all those people who go through the affliction of Mars, and Mars is associated with the Lord Hanuman, they visit the Lord Hanuman's temple and they offer this particular flag to Lord Hanuman as a symbol, as a token of getting victory, triumph over all the litigations which they are going through. So symbol of flag represents fame. It just represents someone who would have has the capacity to get universal fame. And I have already told you, you can find this kind of flag either independent on the palm and some of the lines making it in conjunction. So that might be a case that some your sun line is kind of, this is your sun line, this might be culminating as a flag kind of combination on your mount of the sun, then you can't just have any other confirmation rather than this, that you have the potential capacity to get universal fame. So this is a sign of flag. This is a sign which has been seen in the hands of international figures, people who have made their name in the whole world. So this is the kind of signification which has been attached to the symbol of flag. And one more thing, whenever looking at these signs, you first of all you have to give even proper attention to the major lines as well. If the major lines would be afflicted, then there would remain to be very less chances that the person would be able to get the best results of these signs. So the major lines would in any case have a lot of say. Second thing is that the signification which you are looking at. So if flag we are looking at from the perspective of fame, so you can't just undermine the importance of the mount of the sun, the importance of the signification of the ring finger. So you even have to give significance and attention to all other attached things as well. And what I have seen in my research is that as you people know that this is the progress line. So you have a lifeline. This mount of the Jupiter is the domain of the ego, a desire for respect, position, power. So whenever this line juts out of the lifeline, the progress line, this just tells about that the person would remain in the pursuit of improving his life conditions. He will be hardworking. He will be not amongst those who will be just get satisfied once they have got into one job, one designation. So like amongst those, generally what happens in India is that people get into government job and they just get into that laid back attitude that now I'm just going to retire at 60 years of the age and I do not have to worry about my future. And there also remains to be all those people who always remain in the pursuit of improving their conditions by hard work, sheer hard work, determination. So this is the case with these kind of progress line people. At any point of time you'll find this kind of progress line making a symbol of flag on the mount of the Jupiter. So this is considered as a very good sign. So this is with the symbol of flag. Next is the symbol of temple. Temple is, you will find it something like this. Something like this. So this is the symbol of temple, which is not a rare sign. All what you need to do is that you need to look at the palm, look at the lines very carefully. The symbol of temple just tells about that person has the capacity to do good in the spiritual lines, religious lines. This also indicates that the person would be have good position in the society, person will be respected in the society. And like the way I have already explained, this just tells about that the person has the capacity to good in the religious and spiritual lines, where he will get good fame, where he will be recognized in the society. And with that said, same like the way the case was with the flag, that we are talking about the fame, you can't just undermine the condition of the mount of the sun. Same ways, if you are talking about the sign of religious spirituality, a confirmation stamp of doing good in the religious lines, you just can't undermine the condition of the mount of the Jupiter, which in itself represents spirituality. So a good mount of Jupiter, good index finger in combination with good condition of the major lines, you'll find a symbol of temple on the palm. It's a heightened, it is going to confirm that the person can do good, person will be distinguished in the society and would also attain good high position. So this is with the symbol of temple, which is very important sign, gets formed and seen in the hands of kind of very great, even the social reformers. Next is the symbol of conch. So you'll find the conch symbol like something like this. So this is the conch symbol. This is the conch symbol. So this just tells about that the person will be very learned, person will be scholar, person will be very wise, and person will do very good in all those kind of philosophical lines. And again, with that said, with the symbol of conch, you also have to give equal significance to the mount of the Saturn, which represents philosophy, deep research, philosophies. So conch shell just represents that the person would be very learned, person will be scholar. And last is the symbol of lotus, which in in Hindi is also known as the Padma. So this is the symbol of lotus. This is the symbol of lotus. Any point of time you will find this thing in anyone's palm, this will just tell about that the person will not be much interested in the material phase of the life. He will take more interest in the divine pursuits. So this is with these 4 signs, and one thing which I want to clear is that these signs are very extraordinary signs. In whomsoever's hand you will find them, it would also come down to the person's individual approach towards life. If you will find it in the hand of a materialistic person, all other signs of the person is indicating towards that the person is more inclined towards materialism. So these signs can make him millionaire. And same ways, if the hand, other features of the hand are indicating towards spiritual pursuits, interest in spirituality, so with the presence of these signs, person can do extraordinary good in the spiritual lines. So I hope I made myself very clear in this video. For further more updates and notification on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.